Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. In today's video, let us understand why it is important for a business owner to know what contracts are. As a business owner, there are plenty of transactions that happen on a day-to-day basis, and it is always best that these transactions have a legal binding. When I say transactions, it need not necessarily be a transaction between a vendor and a customer. It could be a transaction between the landlord and the business owner. It could be the transaction between the wholesaler and the business owner. It could be the distributor and the business owner. Likewise, there are plenty of transactions from multiple parties that happen on a day-to-day basis. This being said, it is important that the terms and conditions of every transaction is predefined and set and executable by the court of law. I'll give you an example. Let's say you decide to start a retail clothing business, and you start hunting for commercial properties, and finally you find one. You talk to the landlord, and the landlord says that everything is included with the property, and then you shake hands, walk away, and finally a month later when you try to move in, you find that there is no electricity, there is no water supply, there is not enough lightings that is provided in the property. What would you do? You definitely go back to the landlord and tell him that hey, you told me that everything is included with the property, but where are these? And he might have a completely different definition for everything. So there is no legal binding here. You just shook hands based on trust and you walked away, but unfortunately the landlord did not keep up his side of his word. So what would you do in such cases? So this is exactly why when you rent a commercial property, it is always best to hire a legal advisor, draft an agreement, and ensure that every clause is mentioned in that agreement, like let's say lighting, electricity, car parking, and all the other bits and pieces are included in the agreement. And when I say agreement, it's the agreement between two parties, that is in this case the person who is going to set up the shop and the landlord. So both must agree to the agreement, and once there is a mutual agreement, both can sign the document. And these documents should not be just some random piece of paper. It should be something like, let's say, a government printed stamp paper, and you can even go a step ahead and register the stamp paper to strengthen the legal binding. Now that the agreement is signed and it has become a legal entity, if either of the parties default from the terms and conditions of the agreement, the Indian judicial system can step into play to provide justice. That's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching this video.